In 1978, Bowie took his son on a safari trip to Kenya, where they met the Maasai people. This meeting with tribesmen left quite an impression on him, as this was the most alien culture he had ever encountered, and we know what encountering an alien culture means to Bowie. Another strange thing he met there was a group of German pilots, some of them survivors of World War II, who hung out in Mombasa bars and would rent their services to anyone who wanted to fly into the bush areas. They were strangers in a strange land, and that naturally intrigued Bowie. These encounters inspired the weirdness that is African night flight. As always, when Bowie encounters something alien, he tries to emulate it. African night flight is his response to the local music he heard in Kenya, although it sounds nothing like African music. Perhaps it would be more accurate to say that this is Bowie's attempt to describe how African music felt to him. The music is polyrhythmic, as in Africa, but the percussive sounds are made by experimenting with technology, in regular Bowie Eno Visconti style. There's a piano that has been tampered with to make weird sounds. There's a strange cricket noise made by Eno messing about with a drum machine, and there are other oddities. Bowie's vocal is also percussive, coming through like rapid fire from a machine gun, but it's more in the tradition of the Gilbert and Sullivan patter song than anything African.
African nightmare, one time moment, falling, hullabaloo, and I saw to the nearest bar, and the man chairman went too far. Clinton went for rent, a story, wonder how the dollar went down, gotta get a word to Elizabeth's father, hey, oh, he wish me well.
These lyrics don't make sense, and were probably chosen mainly for the tongue-twisting quality. Something of a story does come through, though. The singer is in a bar, recalling a past life which he had to escape from. Maybe he's a celebrity who fell from grace because of a media hullabaloo. Maybe he's a political dissenter on the run after undermining Chairman Mao. Or maybe he's a stock market broker who lost everything as the dollar went down. The point is that he ran away to Africa to start a new life. He wants to get a word to a friend he left behind, to let him know he's alright. But apparently he can't do that, because he's in hiding. The friend is referred to as Elizabeth's father, which invokes another association. In 1952, British Princess Elizabeth was in the midst of a vacation in Kenya, when she got word that her father had died, making her Queen Elizabeth II. Sometimes, by going to a different land, you might undergo a transformation.
Seems like another day I could fly into the eye of God on high.
This is somewhat reminiscent of Once There Were Sunbirds to Soar With, from station to station. The singer is recalling times when he could fly to the highest highs, but he has left this life behind. Or has he?
This burning eye will see me through. One these days, gonna get word through one these days. This burning eye will see me through. One these days, gonna get word through one these days.
He believes he can fly into the eye of God again, and that this will help him get through his current hardships. Then he once again thinks about the friend he left behind, and how he would like to get a word to him. This is a lot like Major Tom, fascinated by deep space and being drawn to it, while trying to get a word through to his wife. 10 years later, Bowie is still caught in this tension, on the one hand wanting to fly into the unknown, on the other hand feeling the loss of what he leaves behind. Some greetings in Swahili, as he becomes part of his new world. It translates to, "Thank you for the information. Thank you very much."
Gonna move for a month, that's a night fight, pushing my luck, I'll fly like a mad thing, airstrip takeoff, skimming over rhino, born in slumber, less than peace, struggle with a child who's dreaming, drowned by the drops so steely, sunshine, sick of me.
So the singer ran away to become a pilot in Mombasa, living a dangerous lifestyle, with which he could fly into the eye of God on high again. Bowie was just then overcoming his fear of flight, and some of this struggle might be echoed in these lyrics.
Just for the feel I've crushed and laid like I will have one left unlaid.
But it seems his plane crashed, and his lust for a free life left him a cripple. Once again, then, he has to leave the life he has chosen, and leave his loved one behind.
Seems like another day I could fly into the eye of God on high. Seems like another day I could fly into the eye of God on high. Over the bushland, over the trees, wise like a orangutan, that was me.
So now he is once again reminiscing about the glorious past, the time when he was a pilot in Kenya. This is a bit like always crashing in the same car. He keeps going for those dangerous lifestyles, and they keep ending badly. But while always crashing in the same car was autobiographical, and described his situation at the time, African Night Flight is more of a theatre piece. As a matter of fact, we have to consider if this is all merely a dream. The first line tells us it's a nightmare. Another line tells us of a struggle with a child who's screaming, dreaming, as if the dream has taken us into a primordial baby state. And the jumbled up images are very much like a dream. This is a night flight, a dream that shows Bowie something about the life he chose to live. The fact that he describes it as a nightmare hints that, even in the midst of an album that celebrates a life of wandering and exploring new worlds, he is already thinking of changing again and adopting a more stable lifestyle.
It's burning, I will see